Memorials like these are all too familiar in America. But a year after a gunman killed 26 children and educators at an elementary school in Newtown, Connecticut, these relatives of gun violence victims are incensed that it's still claiming young lives.
Friends, Newtown happens every week in America. Every single week, we lose precious children to guns.
And gun laws have actually eased in many states. In the year since the massacre of so many children, many people have wondered about the powerful forces behind unrestricted weapons ownership. But there's no denying that there's a deep-seated fascination with guns in America.
I love movies that have a lot of guns and violence in them, but I don't feel comfortable with that.
That fascination came up at a recent seminar where religion professor Donovan Schaefer presented a paper on guns and the apocalyptic mindset.
America was founded as a sort of utopian religious community, and somewhere along the way, guns themselves, the actual physical object of the gun, became a sort of religious artifact.
That's how the National Rifle Association, the U.S. gun lobby, treats it, says Schaefer.
The NRA's strategy is to appeal to that minority of gun owners who are very invested in this apocalyptic idea of the United States as fighting this constant battle between freedom and tyranny.
In Newtown, we want you to know that we're here with you.
After the Newtown massacre, President Obama tried unsuccessfully to strengthen background checks on gun buyers, which pro-gun rights pastor David Whitney calls unlaw.
Well, what we have, if someone is enacting unlaw, that is, they're specifically violating the provisions of our law, they have become a domestic enemy.
At a service to mark the anniversary of the Newtown shooting, clergy came out strongly in favor of gun control.
For people of faith, gun violence is not a morally ambiguous issue.
Reverend Gary Hall of the Washington National Cathedral says he feels guns have become part of a popular theology at odds with Scripture.
One of the chief idolatries in the Bible is weapon worship, as if weapons are going to provide security. And I do think there's a way in which the gun has become symbolic of safety and security in a weird way.
Lauren never touched a gun, and she had no experience whatsoever with gun violence before that day.
For this mother from Newtown and other victims, the gun is a source of sorrow and suffering, and their hope for no more tragedies is up against some strongly held beliefs about guns. Jerome Socolovsky, VOA News, Washington.